Is that the one who f***ed around? We gotta make sure they're gonna find out. What is with the women this season and just punching people in the face obnoxiously hard? I mean, given what I've seen, you probably have quite the devotion among all of your followers, to be fair. Granted, you also have a lot of fear, given everything that's happened. There's some manipulation there. We don't like that. I mean, to be fair, is Devil Folk living up to the name? Unfortunately for you, we are, without a doubt, her. Like, he's got everything going for him visually. He's got the cool weapons, the cool aura, the cool lightning effects, and he's just gonna be reduced to ash. They are going the route of, this isn't one of her players. It's not to say there couldn't still be. It's just currently what she's interacting with is pure NPCs. I mean, that's kind of the interesting thing, is that because you have a character like Lufus who's playing the role of, like, I have to play my role and respond in the way they would want. So if I put a person as a statue, I gotta pretend that I did that on purpose. If I'm responding to this person who's acting like this is all reality because, you know, the betrayal, it's like, yeah, for me, it was just a part of the game. It didn't matter. But how should I actually respond because this should have been reality for me at the time. Okay, that's interesting. Who the f*** are you? All I know is she just disintegrated that fool. Holy shit. I mean, that's some real nice assets, that's all I'm saying. Well, that was certainly an episode. I enjoyed my time greatly. If you enjoyed, make sure to head on over to the Patreon where you can catch the full live reaction. Otherwise, let's jump in and break down this episode, because that was mighty fine. So I can certainly say episode 4 of Wild Last Boss was not what I expected at all. I mean, the plot twist being that the NPC, the first one we were going after against, Megrez, right? You know, this was like one of the few surviving players from our assumption, and it makes sense, right? You know, elves would live a long time, a normal human character probably died out hundreds of years ago. All that makes sense, but it turns out the one we were looking for is actually an NPC. Now, it's not to say there couldn't be other in this world other than Lufus. I mean, the very end of the episode certainly indicates as such if you watch after the credits. That woman spoke like a player. Now, granted, could be a misdirect, but that's my assumption. But what's interesting about the whole reveal is at first, as I thought they were trying to leave it a lot more open-ended to interpretation. And as I'm trying to think about this, they immediately kind of ripped the band-aid off. So we can very much clearly see her interactions when she was a player has influenced NPC version of him. So the relationship they shared, the bonds they had, it's all there, but there's also this genuine fear. And it's really interesting watching her because she's like, oh shit, you know, I was pretty excited. I thought there was going to be another player like me, and yeah, that's something that she was looking forward to. So immediately she has to go back to the role of, well, I have to play my support. So the concept of, for her, all that type of shit happened when I was a player. It wasn't reality. It was a video game. Like, doesn't bother me at all. You know, the betrayal you're talking about, like, that was a whole scripted event players came up with, you know, to unite the whole game. But if we're looking at this as this is a real person who did this, yeah, I gotta play my role. I gotta act like this isn't, like, something I can brush off my shoulder. Really brilliant stuff. Now, it's not to say I suspect we will interact with anyone anytime soon that will be a player, but I do think they're going to set up player stuff in the background that will eventually interact. Like, the next stop we're going to is the pyramid, which was basically her burial ground. And at the very top is where all the legendary weapons and stuff she used is, but there's a guardian who's protecting it. I doubt that's going to be a player, as an example. But the person at the end after the credits, the way they were speaking, it was, I guess you could argue the speech pattern of, like, you played your role, now you die, could just be a demonic, you know, NPC. It's possible, but I am suspecting player potentially. But this certainly has a more Overlord feel this week in terms of the desperately trying to see if there's other players but always coming up short. But I really like how they're handling the whole dialogue, because it's like, and I already saw some people on Reddit a little confused, like, well, if this is an NPC version, why are we reminiscing about the past? And it really is just simply, well, at the end of the day, the concepts of what happened when we played have influence. So all those moments where player Megrez was doing this or talking, we're having drunken fun times, that's a part of the lore history of the NPC now. And that's really interesting. And I think there's so much potential for world and character building, even beyond where I think we initially thought the show was going to go. And I'm excited, I really am, because I'm sure there will be some people who say, oh, this is a slow episode because there wasn't a big action set piece, or, I mean, I guess there was a small action set piece because we essentially cannonball in to the devil kind people and we Team Rocket blast the guy off. One Punch Woman. I mean, there's something in the water this season. We got Villainess punching, we got Villainess putting rocks in bags and slapping you upside the head. We got end of the world level Demon Woman knocking you right into the atmosphere. It's a damn good season for strong women, that's all I'm saying. But it's hard to say where we'll go, because obviously the main thing we wanted to deal with was, okay, Ares, who put you up to this? Like, who manipulated you? Okay, we're gonna do this. But there's always more cogs in the wheel, right? This is just small steps. And it feels like the big punchlines will come once we've kind of crossed out everyone. Like, next step, pyramid. That's not going to completely absolve everything. And we're going to go one by one. And time will tell where everything lands. It is really interesting, though, when you look at how strong Luffy is as a character, because there's pretty much nothing in this world, and what can probably counteract or be on par with Luffy, you can count on your hand how many of those exist. Because everything else is just such small fry. Like, we are literally a god among men. And the fear of an NPC, like, shaking in his boots when you take off the cloak and you see the wings. Obviously, she's hoping for the, my pal, I've been waiting for you. But what she got reminded was, oh, no, that's not who I was looking for. This is an NPC, and, yeah, 200 years returning from what should have been the dead. Even though I helped you, you're reasonably scared shitless. Not what I wanted. Anyway, poker face, let's play the role I need to play. Good stuff. At least we did end up with an ally, all things considered. I mean, we also got a new disguise that lets us walk around in human form. No wings to be seen. Great, because I've been thinking it since, like, the second episode. Like, I get why she looked so bulky, because her wings are, like, underneath a giant cloak, and it's just, like, very boxy. So now we get to walk around and look like we don't have a stick up our ass, so that's great. And honestly, Gantz just, you know, supporting the era of femboys, that was a great touch as well. Overall, probably my second favorite episode out of the 4, if you ask me. I liked the reveal. I thought all the players were just going to be players. And now we don't know if any players will exist other than her. And if they do, it may not be the ones we're looking for. So that's exciting and a little heartbreaking, but that's why we love a wild last boss. Let me know what you thought of this week's episode, though, down below. Favorite moment, if you got any. Drop a like, share your support, subscribe if you happen to be new around here. Of course, Patreon, full live reactions and other exclusives. Like, hey, I also like to give video shows to my patrons. So today we got Ilias Cortez, Jose Rafflecaster, Sar, and we also have Azurl. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, and I'll have a good one.